President Biden's Build Back Better has bitten the dust, probably once and for all. The multi-trillion-dollar spending bill was shot down by Democrat Senator Joe Manchin.
Manchin says concerns about inflation and the soaring federal debt prevent him from voting for the package. The senator also had stinging words for how the Democrats are trying to, quote, dramatically reshape our society. Dale Hurd has more.
Joe Biden's top legislative goal could be dead, thanks to a member of his own party who says he just can't vote for it. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin made the announcement Sunday.
I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
You're done. This is a no.
This is a no.
Manchin said he opposes the expensive package Republicans have called a welfare goodie bag because of concerns about inflation and growing federal debt.
The inflation that I was concerned about, it's not transitory, it's real, it's harming every West Virginian.
The House in November had already passed the legislation that puts significant funding toward fighting climate change, paid family leave and child care, free college and free health care. While the spending package is advertised as $2 trillion over 10 years and the White House has claimed its true cost would be zero, one study showed its real cost would be $4.6 trillion. Manchin also accused Democrats in a written statement of trying to dramatically reshape our society in a way that leaves our country even more vulnerable to the threats we face. The far left in the Democratic Party, the so-called progressive wing, was furious.
Well, I think he's going to have a lot of explaining to do to the people of West Virginia, to tell them why he doesn't have the guts to take on the drug companies and lower the cost of prescription drugs, why he is not prepared to expand home health care. West Virginia is one of the poorest states in this country.
Manchin has been signaling his opposition for months, but White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki called Manchin's announcement a sudden and inexplicable reversal in his position and a breach of his commitments to Biden and congressional Democrats. Democrats are hoping Manchin could still vote for a slimmed-down version of the legislation, but it would have to be much smaller, something progressives in his party would likely find hard to accept. Dale Hurd, CBN News.
Well, it certainly is stunning news for a sitting senator to break so visibly with his own party and with the administration. This is historical. But when you look at the vote totals from West Virginia, this gets very clear as to what is really going on. So Senator Sanders is saying he's got a lot of explaining to do to the people of West Virginia. Well, here is the vote total from the 2020 presidential election. You rarely see a 39% switch, or spread, if you will, between a Republican and a Democrat in any presidential race. You don't even see this in New York or California. So for a traditionally Democrat state, and West Virginia traditionally has been Democrat, to vote overwhelmingly for Trump, that tells you exactly what is on Manchin's mind. And it wasn't just in the president. You look at the Senate election, 70% voted for Shelley Moore, Capito, in 2020. It's like the Democrat didn't even, wasn't even close. And then you look at the governor's race for Jim Justice, 64%. So it's not just on national politics, it's on state politics, it's across the board. They've completely switched and are now a Republican state. Now, let's go back to 2018 when Joe Manchin won. And at the time, it was considered some kind of signal that Trump had lost his edge. And it was a signal for all of us, get ready for 2020. But here, he just won by 3% of the vote. So if you're Joe Manchin and you're looking at election results like this, well, you're going to be saying, I need to align myself with the Republicans if I want to get elected in 2024. Now, what's happening now is the Democrats are adopting a scorched earth policy towards him. You're going to see more coming out of Senator Sanders. You're going to see more coming from the progressive wing of the party. The White House has already called him a liar. So if I'm Mitch McConnell, what am I doing? Well, I'm knocking on Joe's door and I'm saying, your people are my people. If you can come across the aisle, you'll be more than welcome. Stay tuned to this, because this is, you look at these vote totals and it gets very obvious what's on Joe's mind.